Hello, boys and girls, and everything between and beyond. My name is V, and welcome back to the Crooked Man. And here we got Book of the Month, which I think is a clue to find the passcode. The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Which means if we go back to the library, I am pretty sure if we find the right row. Let's see. Yeah. I am smart. The blackboard in the owner's room said, "The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde." It'd be on this shelf, right? Here we go. Chapter 1, Story of the Door. Was a man of our country. Chapter 4. Alright, so we're gonna have to read through all this to get this code. God damn it. Mr. Utterson, the lawyer, was a man of a rugged countenance that was never light by a smile, cold, sentient, embarrassed in discourse, backward, insentient, lean, long, dusty, dreary, and yet somehow lovable. At friendly meetings, and when the wine was to his taste, something immediately human beckoned from his eye, something indeed which never found its way into his talk, but which spoke not only in the silent symbols of the after-dinner phase, but more often and loudly in the acts of his life. He was austere with himself, drank gin when he was alone, to mortify a taste of vintage, and though he enjoyed the theatre, had not crossed the door of one for 20 years. But he had an approved tolerance for others, sometimes wondering almost with envy at the high pressure of spirits involved in their misdeeds, and any extremely inclined to help rather than to reprove. Chapter 2, sir. That evening, Mr. Utterson came home to his bachelor house in sombre spirit and sat down to dinner without relish. It was his custom of a Sunday, when this meal was over, to sit close by the fire, a volume of some dry divinity on his reading desk, until the clock of the neighboring church rang out the hour of 12, when he would go soberly and gratefully to bed. On this night, however, as soon as the cloth was taken away, he took up a candle and went into his business room. There he opened his safe, took from the most private part of it a document endorsed on the envelope as Dr. Jekyll's will, and sat down with a clouded brow to study its content The will was a holograph for Mr. Utterson's, though he took charge of it now that it was made, had refused to lend the least assistance in the making of it. It provided not only that, in case of the decease of Henry Jackal, MD, DCL, LLD, and so on. Chapter 4. The crew murder case. Nearly a year later, the month of October 18. I have a feeling I'm gonna need to write that down. Let's see. Some paper and a pen. October 18. London was startled by a crime of singular ferocity and rendered all the more notable by the high position of the victim. The details were few and startling. A maidservant living alone in a house not far from the river had gone upstairs to bed about 11. Although a fog rolled over the city in the small hours, the early part of the night was cloudless, and the lane which the maid's window overlooked was brilliantly lit by the full moon. It seems she was romantically given, for she sat down upon her box, which stood immediately under the window, and fell into a dream of musing. Never, she used to say, with the streaming tears, when she narrated that experience. Never had she felt more at peace with all the men, although more kindly of the world. And as she so sat, she became aware of an aged and beautiful gentleman with white hair. It was late in the afternoon when Mr. Utterson found his way to Dr. Jackal's door, where he was once admitted by Poole and carried down by the kitchen office across a yard which had once been a garden to the building which as indifferently known as the laboratory of the dissecting rooms. The doctor had brought the house from the heirs of a celebrated surgeon, and his own tasted being rather chemical than anatomical, had changed the destination of the block at the bottom of the garden. It was the first time that the lawyer had been received in that part of his friend's quarters, and he eyed the dingy, windowless structure with curiosity, and gazed around with a distasteful sense of strangeness as he crossed the theater, once crowded with eager students, now lying gowned and silent, the table laden with chemical apparatus, the floor stewed with crates and littered with something. Chapter 8. Maybe this isn't. I'm just gonna read through it all so we have it done. Miss Utterson was sitting by his fireside one evening after dinner when he was surprised to receive a visit from Poole. "Bless me, Poole," "What brings you here?" he cried. And then, taking a second to look at him, what ails you?" he added. "Is the doctor ill?" "Mr. Utterson," said the man, "there is something wrong." "Take a seat, and here's a glass of wine for you," said the lawyer. "Now take your time and tell me plainly what you want." "You know the doctor's way, sir," replied Poole, "and how he shuts himself up. Well, he shuts up again in the cabinet, and I don't like it, sir. I wish I may die if I like it. Mr. Utterson, sir, I'm afraid." "Now, my good man," said the lawyer, "be explicit. What are you afraid of?" "I've been afraid for about a week," and so on. 10. Henry Jekyll's full statement of the case. "I was born in the year 18 to a large fortune endowed beside which excellent parts inclined by nature to industry, fond of the respect of the wise and good among my fellow men, and thus, as might have been supposed, with every guarantee of an honorable and distinguished future, and indeed the worst of my faults was a certain impatient gaiety of disposition, such as has made the happiness of many, but such as I found it harder to reconcile with my imperious desire to carry my head high, and wear a more commonly grave countenance before the public. Hence it came about that I concealed my pleasures, and that when I reached years of reflection, and began to look around me, and take stock of my progress and position in the world, I stood already something. Alright, so we have 10, 18, 18. I'm gonna go through it one more just to read through because I noticed there was some chapters missing. So we have 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, 10, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, 10. Alright, that's everything I could find. So let's head back to the door. And oh shit. No way. That monster. Did it really? It's coming this way. Crap, I gotta escape. Game over. Ah, come on. Ah, we're back here.
A few moments later.
Just gonna do a little save. Here we go. That's not the way. Wait, got some... Okay. Maybe if I drop him down here. Okay, okay. What is that monster? So what I saw earlier really was the thing, that thing actually exists. But still, there's no way it's coming back from that fall. And the room under here is locked tight. I should warn Sissy when I see her. I knew it would be dangerous for her. And so we don't have to do that again. There we go. Now, let's see if we can figure out... Is there any jump scare? No. Right. Let's see here, what did I put? There's like we have 1, 2, 3 is missing, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. 3, 6, 7, 9. That's alright. I managed to figure it out. Now let me just move away the stuff until next time we need it, because we're probably gonna need it again. There's something, but it's out of reach. Small fruit knife. Rusty pot. Oh wait, a ladder. I can use this to get up on that thing. Yeah. Got the key to 2-9. Nice. One case is mostly empty. The racks hold table and cooking utensils. It's rotten. A cupboard, the hinge are too rusted to open. Empty trash can. Beer cases. 2-9. Let's see. And no jump scare. And I'm gonna be saving a lot more frequently now. See, is 209 here? Yes. And I'm gonna guess it's you. Something here. Something was badly burnt. Was this a photo? Something under the pieces. Scrap from a notebook. I don't need her memory anymore, because I know she won't come back. I have to erase everything, good and bad, and all the memories inside of me too. Ah, my head hurts. Phew, it's easing up. Sheesh, I'm exhausted. Guess I haven't slept much. So he burned his photo to mend his broken heart, huh? I know I couldn't do that. I'll never forget. Never. According to Paul, that makes me a pansy. Sissy! Oh, there you are, David. Did you find a box? No, I can't find it. There are lots of rooms I can't get into, so it might be in one of those. What's wrong, David? You look kind of pale. Oh, it's nothing. But Sissy, you should really leave soon. Why? You may not believe me, but there's some kind of bizarre monster around. I found it in the basement. I was attacked by it earlier. You'd definitely be in danger too, so I think you should go. Look, I don't like the dark, scary places either, but there's no need to tease me like that. I'm not a kid afraid of the boogeyman, okay? Sorry, I'm not trying to tease you. I'm telling you the truth. Don't worry, I'm not mad. You don't seem like a dishonest guy. So, I'd like to believe you, but a monster? Maybe you mistook something in the dark. You should be susceptible to seeing things when you wander around in the dark like this. I like to think you're right. Alright, if you insist, but be careful, okay? I know. Well, I'll go looking elsewhere. And another little save. Empty. Nothing in there. What? Red writing. Was this here before? No, it wasn't. Leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Come to me. I'm waiting for you. Do you have some issues making up your mind? Sounds pretty inconsistent. Yeah. Who could have written this? A ghost? Ah, you again. Why? I dropped you down a pit. Crap, I gotta do something. Now the monster does give up. How about some of this? I guess that won't do much alone. What else can I do? Item lighter? Oh yeah, now that he's covered in alcohol, he should be pretty flammable. Ha! I am smart. 'Cause I explored around. He ran away. Phew. What the hell is that thing? Why is it chasing me? How did it survive before? I might need something to defend myself. Even just a knife could really help. Was there one of those around? Yeah, I know where it is. I know where it is. And since we just met him, let's do... Even if we save like every other minute now, it's mostly so I don't get annoyed by watching the same cutscene over and over again. Fruit knife. Maybe I should take it, just for self-defense. Got a knife. You call it a knife? Excuse my extremely bad Australian accent. The trash can. Blood. This wasn't here earlier. No, it wasn't. But maybe we got that crooked bastard to bleed. Did something happen to Sissy? Oh, I hope not. Doors. Sissy, what are you doing here? Wow, your arm's bleeding. So it was your blood. Were you hurt? My arm caught on something. It's not that big of a deal. Don't worry about it. It's bleeding a lot though. And you've been resting here, right? What if you get anemia? I'm just a little tired. I've been walking around a lot. Really, don't worry about it. Give me your hands, Sissy. I have a handkerchief, so I can at least try to wrap it up. I guess it's better than nothing. Doesn't hurt? It's fine. Thank you. You're so kind, David. You don't seem so well. Did something happen? Maybe she saw the monster. The crooked man. Oh, it's nothing. I've just been so silly. Silly? I thought your name was Sissy. It's silly that I'm wandering this dark place all alone, falling in holes, cutting my arm, all to find some measly box. Measly? But it's important, right? A memento from your boyfriend. Well, he's my ex to be exact. Huh? He left me quite a while ago. But while we were dating, this hotel was our special place. That was when I lost the box. I've been worried about it ever since, but I only just worked up the courage to come look. I thought that I could forget everything about him, but it was no good. Come here just brought back all these memories. Why did you break up? I don't know. Maybe that's why I won't give up. He said he appreciated my kindness, but when we broke up, he said it was all I had. And he was exactly right, so I couldn't reply. I really am a wimp. No wonder he'd break up with me. Even I'd hate a girl like me. Sorry, I know I'm just annoying you. I'll rest here a while longer. I am a little dizzy. Thanks for your help, David. Oh, and here, I found this. I'm not sure where it goes though. See the key to somewhere. Thanks. Don't strain yourself, okay? Well, I'm going. And with that, I think this is a good point to end this episode. And I think the guy we're looking for is her ex. And I think it's pretty obvious, but you know. Anyhow, I'm enjoying this so far. Now, especially now where we gotten some good spooks. Have seen the Crooked Man a few times, and yeah, and it's gotten some good music. But with all that said, thank you so much for watching. If you like, subscribe and all that jazz. If you want to help me out, share this video and watch some of my other videos. I have plenty on my channel. And have a good whatever it is where you are, and I will see you in the next stream or video. Bye bye.